All right, I'm not gonna lie. This brand new Pokemon TCG Live update has me really excited. So welcome back, everybody, to a brand new video. And Pokemon TCG Live is going to be getting another game mode with the most recent update that's coming out on Tuesday. Of course, Pokemon TCG Live is going down on Tuesday because they got to add rotation and journey together, which I'm already really hyped for because I can't wait to play in the new format, try out new cards, all that stuff. That's already really exciting. But the cherry on top, even more content is coming to Pokemon TCG Live with trainer trials, which is really good for content. Because when you play Pokemon TCG Live, you have two options. You can play the standard format, or you can play the expanded format. And I enjoy both formats. You know, I make a lot of content on both standard and expanded. Well, expanded doesn't have the full card pool yet. That actually might be coming because of trainer trials, because we are getting a really fun format I'm sure all of you are familiar with within this custom format, trainer trials. And I'm super excited for it. If y'all are excited for it too, leave a like on today's video. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe down below if you want to catch up on any content here on the channel, because of course I'm going to be making a ton of content on rotation and journey together, and I'm also going to be dipping my toes into trainer trials content. I cannot wait for it all. So yeah, this new letter came out just at the time here of recording this video by TBCI. So hello, Pokemon TCG Live community. We've got a lot to cover, so let's jump right into starting with the new game mode coming to Pokemon TCG Live, Trainer Trials. And as you can see here, there is a new picture here of what like the main screen is going to look like. You got standard, Trainer Trials, and then expanded. This is the casual, not the ranked ladder, obviously. So when you're going into casual, you have the option to play one of these three formats, which is pretty cool. So yeah, Trainer Trials is a brand new game mode available within the casual matchmaking tab that offers rotating deck building challenges to change up how trainers play the Pokemon TCG. Trainer Trials tests trainers' deck building prowess within a limited time frame, while also allowing some cards that may not normally see much play in standard a chance to shine. The formats range from setting the maximum number of copies of a single card that a deck can play, all the way to supporting the Gym Leader Challenge format. Yes, you heard right. GLC is going to be coming to Pokemon TCG Live next week. That is really hype. So yeah, have some fun ideas for future trials. Let us know on the official Pokemon forums. Yeah, this is just awesome. So I've actually requested and said that this is a really good idea for a third game mode on live. I've said this numerous times that a genius idea for a third format / game mode to be added to live could be this idea of rotating formats, because they don't want to just add like a bunch of random formats. Like imagine you go to casual tab and you have standard, expanded, GLC, singleton, with rule boxers, no rule box format, like all that stuff. That would just split the player base up a little bit too much. This actually makes more sense to have three game modes to choose from, because, of course, you don't want to divide your player base up by all that, by having all these different game modes, right? So having three makes sense, and having it rotate and alternate every now and then with different custom formats is a genius idea. I've requested this idea before. I don't know if anyone at TBCI heard my request and were like, yo, this is kind of genius, because I think that's just awesome, but I am so excited for this because this means there's more content to make now on the game. Now, as a content creator, you know, it can get tiring just playing nothing but standard. That's why I try to mix it up every now and then by posting an expanded video, but expanded is also not a very populated format, and we don't even have the full card pool. So honestly, the creativity, well, there is a lot more creativity in expanded due to more cards, the card pool is not as big as it should be, which can limit their creativity. So sometimes it becomes hard to come up with video ideas. But now that we have a third game mode to make content on, bro, that just has me so hyped. Like, I know a lot of people are big fans of GLC. GLC is one of the most popular custom formats within the Pokemon TCG period. So it's really cool that GLC is finally coming to the game. Even though it's not going to be its own format that you can play separately, it will be a part of trainer trials every now and then. So I'm sure like maybe like every month or so, or every 2 months, GLC will be added for, I think, 2 weeks. Each 2 weeks. It says trials will last for 2 weeks. So yeah, GLC will be added like probably every 2 months for 2 weeks on to live, which is really cool. Now, GLC is the black and white on expanded format, not the Sun and Moon on format that the expanded format is currently on live. This tells me we're going to be getting the full expanded card pool finally on live, because in order for GLC to really be playable, they have to have the black and white on format. I'm sure you could make GLC work with Sun and Moon on, I guess, but it's like, it's not as cool, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta play the full GLC experience and have black and white on, which means we're probably gonna be getting the entire black and white on. So let's check out some of the custom trials that are gonna be coming to Pokemon TCG Live. So the first one is Singleton Showdown. Trial rules: only one copy of each card is allowed except for basic energy. Now, GLC is also a Singleton format, but it's rule box, no rule box allowed, Singleton format. Singleton Showdown is going to be rule box allowed. Now, this is really exciting. I'm gonna really enjoy building some decks in the Singleton Showdown. There's a lot of really cool things you can do with that. I mean, look at Tord, bro. Tord's built these Singleton decks before, and he's top 8 at tournaments. Then we have the Twin Battle here. Trial rules. Each card must appear exactly twice except for basic energies. Pretty interesting concept. So it's like Singleton, but obviously you have to play 2 of each copy. That's interesting. And then, yes, week 5 and 6, Gym Leader Challenge. And they have like the entire listing for everything, like even the banned cards, which is really, really cool. You can see even the banned cards are, I think, is there any of them that's not in the, I guess there's no banned cards actually that are outside of, I guess there's, yeah, no X and Y black and white cards. Okay, never mind. But anyways, I still think we're probably going to get that, right? But yeah, they even have the entire listing, like the rules and everything for GLC, which is cool. I know GLC was added, I think, to the official Pokemon playbook, so that's really cool. And obviously GLC is like, there's always a side event at every regional and IC usually. So it's a very popular format. It's really cool. We're going to be finally getting some GLC action on to live here. And then we have the Silver Series here, week 7 and 8. Only cards from the Scarlet and Violet series are allowed. This one's a little interesting because we got some more rules. Common, uncommon, and rare cards only. So that's interesting. And then cards with a rule box are not allowed. So that's also really cool, right? So rule boxers are not going to be a part of that. I mean, one thing that they did say is that these new formats that are going to be a part of trainer trials, they're trying to emphasize playing like lesser known cards that are not as good in standard. I mean, the whole point of my own channel is to literally play that type of stuff. But now these cards will get to shine even more in these custom formats. That's cool. And then, of course, we have week 9, the CU Cup expanded card pool, expanded trial rules, common and uncommon cards only. That's really cool. Also, because the card pool and expanded is just ginormous. And that's so far the stuff that's going to be a part of the trainer trials. Of course, they did say if you have any other ideas, you can, I think, list them on the forums. It was down here, I think. It was somewhere. But yeah, they did say that if you have any other ideas for trainer trial game modes, then just have them listed on the forums here, and they might actually make them a thing on Pokemon TCG Live. That's really cool. Off the top of my head, I don't think I have any ideas. A lot of the Singleton stuff, like, obviously that's like a genius idea. The no rule boxers for like expanded and standard is also pretty genius. There's definitely a lot of cool things you can do with that. I don't know if you could ever code like a cube format onto live. I don't know if that's possible. That'd be kind of cool, a cube format. And then obviously, we're probably a little too far away from that, but I would love to see like older generations of Pokemon added to the game, like the Diamond and Pearl era. Even Diamond and Pearl era cards being legal for 2 weeks in trainer trials would go hard. That would be nice. That would make me happy. I don't know if they could ever do that. That's a lot more coding they have to do because they have to make more cards, obviously. But I don't know if that would ever be a reality. That would be a cool idea for a game mode. As somebody who likes to play a lot of retro stuff, that'd be cool. Then we have some other updates here. Avatar emote muting. Trainers can now mute their opponent's avatar, which is, I guess, cool. I know a lot of people have complained about that. Card movement. When inspecting a card, you can now drag it around to fully appreciate its shiny effects. Match timer option. You can now disable all timers when challenging a trainer on the friends list. And then automatic prize selection. When a player has knocked out opposing Pokemon that have a combined prize card value greater or equal to the number of the player's remaining prize cards are auto-selected. That's pretty cool too. Obviously some good changes being made. Additionally, with the release of Scarlet and Violet Journey Together on March 27th, we'll also be introducing more quests, more rewards. A third daily quest is now available. That's pretty exciting. Quest rewards have been increased from 45 trainer points to 100, and that's pretty good too, I guess. Ranked ladder theming updates. The Pokemon visually representing each tier within leagues have been updated. Any Snom fans, yo, shout out to my boy Snom. Renamed ranked ladder leagues. While functionally remains the same, the league names have been updated. Trainers will now begin their journey in Nest League and then advancing through Quick Ball League, Poke League, Great Ball League, Ultra League, yeah, okay, yada, 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 same thing. Well, the name of the league is changing to more accurately describe trainers who reach it. RCS will remain the visual representation for Master League. The points will continue to be referred to as RCS points. Interesting. And then, yeah, as always, many card issues have also been corrected. Check out the full details. We don't really need to read all the card issue stuff. Like, I'm hoping that they all get fixed, obviously, especially because they are adding more new cards with Journey Together. And there's another update here, overnumbered crafting updates. As mentioned previously, starting with Scarlet and Violet Journey Together, overnumbered cards won't be exchangeable for trade credits until 6 months after their release on live. All right, I don't like this that much. That means I can't really bling my decks out that much. That means, like, I guess all the Illustrator rares and stuff, yeah, all these Pokemon cards that are above the set number will not be craftable. Not sure how I feel about that. I really like to fully bling my decks out. That kind of sucks. I know I get comments sometimes of people saying, like, why do you bling your decks out? Like, it's not very enjoyable for the casual viewer, which I understand, but it's how I like to play the game. I've been blinging my decks out on Pokemon TCG, like, online simulators now for, like, literally, like, a decade. So, kind of sucks that I can't do that as easily now. And I'm sure you can receive some of these cards in the Battle Pass and stuff as you rank up. Where ensuring trainers can still obtain these sweet-looking cards by increasing how many overnumbered cards and booster packs are earned by playing the game. So I guess that, like I said, yeah, makes up for it, right? You complete the Battle Pass, and you can get, you want to get your Zoroark alt art. Well, you just get the Battle Pass to get it. I'm not a huge fan. Like, I like being able to just get the cards right away, but, I mean, whatever. If the viewers want to see me use more min-rarity new cards, I guess it's got to be the thing. It is what it is. Whatever. Now, here's some interesting things. The additional daily quests, as well as increasing the trainer points, these quests reward earned from 45 to 100, increased battle pass rewards, increased rank ladder rewards, additional login gifts, such as one coming with standard rotation, and then more rewards coming through Twitch drops, email newsletters, passcodes, and various other promotions. That's really cool, too, especially the Twitch drops thing. Yeah, it's cool. And then obviously Journey Together is getting added. So yeah, there you go. That is the newest update to Live. I'm not a big fan of the thing with the artworks and not being able to craft artworks for 6 months. Not a big fan of that overall. Somebody who blings his decks out. But I am a big fan of trainer trials. And like I said, I have requested this idea multiple times in the past. So hopefully Pokemon listened. If they did, that's really cool. And I'm really excited to play trainer trials. It's just more content now. Like, I mean, even right now in our current standard format, we're in this doldrum where it's like, I don't know what decks to play because half the stuff is rotating. So it's like, kind of right now, the decks don't really matter. But it will be nice when the standard format dies down a little bit, or let's say we're in like another format, like Lugia format, or even the Regidrago format of like Stellar Crown, where the meta becomes very warped and it's kind of hard to play like fun rogue decks. Having the option to play Trainers Trials will actually help a lot with content, because now I'm going to have another thing I can do instead of just playing the same old standard format stuff. So definitely I'm excited for Trainer Trials. Probably going to be like 2 videos a week, 3 videos a week on the format. Who knows? Like, maybe even double uploads will be on the channel more often now, because there's just so much content to make. I still want to make sure I'm getting daily deck videos out in standard, but with trainer trials, man, I'm super excited for that. Just having another option for content is just so good, and I'm really excited to try out trainer trials. And I'm hopefully, they add more cool game modes to the format. If you have any custom game modes ideas, again, leave them in the Pokemon TCG Live forums. If you have any cool concepts, because they'll be listening, and I'm sure they'll add them in the future. But yeah, really excited for this. Let me know what you think of the trainer trial down below in the comment section. Are you excited to see a GLC? If you are excited for all this, again, leave a like in the video. Make sure to subscribe down below. Of course, I'm going to be posting a lot of rotation, Journey Together content here on the channel, but also going to be posting trainer trials content when it comes out. I cannot wait to go live on Thursday. Well, I guess if trainer trials get added on Tuesday, I'm going to go live on Tuesday. I haven't streamed in a long time, so I got to start streaming again, and maybe it's time to get back in the swing of things. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll catch you later. I'll leave a link to the post here in the description if you want to go read it. Peace out.